Good day, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Egg collection day. I didn't get them yesterday, so this is 2 days, but it's the morning, so I don't imagine. Oh, look at that. I was gonna say, I don't imagine they're finished laying yet, so I don't usually like to interrupt them, but. Oh, would you look at the silky laying? It's her. Oh, look at the fairy egg. So, before we get started, let's see if they eat some of these cat treats. This is something I never did before. So, I'm gonna put the cat treats here. Let's see what they do. And we have some more. Yeah. Then we got some crushed shells. We have some eggs for them. What's this? All right. I don't know if they're actually eating them or not. Don't seem to be. All right, so that's, I don't want that egg. That's just a fake egg. And then I'll show you guys what a fairy egg is if you don't already know. So these are your normal eggs. I'll show you in a second here. All right, so all right, so this is a fairy egg. Usually one that small, there's no yolk. Sometimes they do have a yolk, but I know she's just laying an egg. She could be broody, but she was before, and then I kept taking her eggs from her. All right, I'll grab the two here on the ground. Sometimes there's some here, sometimes there's not. All right, and then up here in the corner, she's laying on some for sure. But the other one's laying next to her, one of my mixed Brahmas. So she's a Brahma mixed with the Jubilee Orpington. And now I'll take this, climb up here. It's kind of like an Easter egg hunt, right? So you gotta look all around. And here we have always a bunch of white ones. The whites like to lay up in this corner. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 eggs up in this corner. like I said, this is for 2 days. Okay, so. But underneath that silky, there's still some eggs, and underneath that hen up there, there's still some eggs. So we'll mark down what we have for today. And also something I haven't mentioned probably, or I might have mentioned on the channel before, but I use an app called Flockstar. So Flockstar, Flockstar. And what you can do is every day when you go out to your coop, you mark down how many eggs you collected. So what it is, it's basically a calendar, and you just say add up in the top right hand corner, and you can do like a bulk entry where you can like add a big amount of eggs. You can actually put the weight of the eggs if you do, if you're that in depth with it and you're weighing your eggs to see which, you know, how heavy they're getting. All these white ones, just since June, they grew like a lot, so they're starting to be like your average size brown. This is like a more mature brown, but look how big they already are. So this is a commercial, and this is like a heritage mix. So all my commercials just since June, so in 2 months, have like gotten much larger. I would say they probably gained 20 grams in weight. So like these are averaging 65 probably to 7. No, I wouldn't say they're 75, but I'd probably say 55 to 65 grams right now. So we'll check here real quick. So they still got enough feed for a few days. Okay, I'll go check on the ducks real quick. So let's leave here and go let them out. They're spoiled with getting out, right? So all the ducks are out and about. Old Donald Duck, I was going to give him a washing, but he's kind of dirty, and the ducks are still kind of pecking at his feathers. There's a meat chicken underneath there. You see, that's how I missed you the first time. There's Donald. Hey, buddy. You're just dirty looking. You're just dirty looking. I wish I could fix your wing a bit. I blocked off the hole so the ducks couldn't get in there anymore. And there's my meat chickens. Look how big those are. Humongous. This is what I wanted them all to get that big, but so my process this year with so many birds was to save up bags of feed ahead of time. So before June 1st, I was saving up all through May, all through April, all through March. You know, every time I went and got feed for the hens, I would get an extra bag of feed for the meat birds. So at the end, yes, I had a lot of bags of, you know, a lot of money worth of food, but I mean, I had saved them all up. So realistically, it wasn't that big of a deal, you know, in one shot. So I would like to fix that water. That water was leaking just with my hose clamp. I need a better attachment than that. And then these, like this is going down much slower too. Like the ducks are beautiful. They're really nice. So I'm thinking like I got 2 females here. But see, that one has a pointy tail, but the head on it's kind of like not dark black like this one, right? See how the tail's more U-shaped and this one's more V-shaped? Like you can look at all their butts, look. U-shape, V-shape, U-shape, V-shape, U-shape, 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 V-shape. Like both U-shape. But once they get bigger, for sure, you'll be able to tell your Muscovies because they grow super red on their face. You'll see how much manure is actually in here. And the ducks follow me every time. Watch this. Hey Donald, I'm going to give you a bath after. Once I get back home, they'll all come out here because they follow me every time. But Donald's definitely the biggest. That's a big hen. She's huge. Probably like 7 pounds, 7.5 pounds. Maybe. Those males are definitely pushing 8 pounds now. So my plan for the big ones was to split them in half. I'm gonna split them in half and do half chickens in my vacuum seal bags. They want to come out. Want to come out? This door just keeps closing on me now. Yeah. They'll come outside now and hang out. They're unsure of the stick because it fell the first time. Here comes Donald in the back left. The meat bird. Still pretty agile. They're lazy, but when they want to have a little burst of energy, they do that. They like that that barrel. I was thinking of using that garbage can and throwing some hay, like just some dried grass from all the long grass that's next to us. Then I'll dry some and use it as hay, throw it in there, and once they start laying, see if they use it as a nesting box. I want to make them a different kind of nesting box, something a little bigger, like kind of like the one that the broody hens use, the one I always step on to get the eggs. So the windstorm blew through and blew the garden all crooked, but it's kind of standing up now. So there's Donald. He just needs a cleaning. His wing's a little mangled, but I think if he was cleaned, he would look a little better. Look how wide he is. So hope you're all enjoying this beautiful holiday. So today is New Brunswick Day for us. See how they forage? They dig their beaks right into the ground and they rip the roots. They'd rather get the brown roots from the bottom of the grass than the actual green tops. And we'll get clotheslined by the Stentiochore ducks. And there's the other big one. Once Donald goes, that one right there in the middle, he's huge. Now they're on their last bag of Meat Builder. I ain't feeding them any more Meat Builder. The next bag I give them is Game Bird Layer. So they're going on 9 weeks old now. They're not going to obviously lay anytime soon, but just to switch their feed because they don't need to grow anymore. All those ducks are plenty big right now. If I was to grow big ducks like Donald, he'd be, I bet you he's 10 pounds. Or awful close. Now my sunflowers sort of came back. This one I had to put a pole in the ground and stand her back up straight. But this head kind of, I don't know. I know nothing about sunflowers, so Rooster Holler, help me. Is that one ready to harvest now? Can I they might not be super giant heads like some of the other ones, or do you wait till this one here till they dry up, or what? I have no idea. These ones are obviously a little smaller than the mammoth ones, but see, that's another one there. So I'm assuming those have been pollinated and they're all good. There's a bee. And the mammoth ones in our garden kind of went sideways. These ones are much taller right now, but the mammoth ones started much later. And my cannabis plants are doing all right. We were gone away for 3 days, and one of my friends came over and watered them for me, so it was nice. Kept them alive for me. But they're starting to flower. Some brown leaf because I made a bonfire and burnt the side of my plant, so I lost a bunch, but little bit. So he's the other big one. Not as big as Donald, but the one next to him is as big too. You can tell the size difference between your males and your females, eh? Way more broad and bigger. All right, y'all. Enjoy your day. Have a good one.